One of the world's largest blockchains is experimenting with a new kind of transaction approval. The move has been in the works for a long time, but it does not come without risk. Ethereum has now made the switch to proof of stake. But how will it function, and why is Ethereum embracing this method? But first, we're happy to welcome you back to the channel. This is Modern Blockchain, the vault of information when it comes to cryptocurrency, finances, and how we use them in our generation. Today, we're going to be giving you another amazing video. Are you ready to learn more about proof of stake? Without further ado, let's begin. Also, please subscribe to the channel and enable alerts to be notified of each new upload. Let's start by discussing what proof of stake is. To put it simply, it's a cryptocurrency consensus technique for processing transactions and adding new blocks to a blockchain. A consensus mechanism is a way of validating entries in a distributed database while also keeping it secure. For example, in the case of Bitcoin, the database is known as a blockchain, and the consensus mechanism secures the blockchain. One of the more popular options has been proof of stake, first presented on an internet forum called Bitcoin Talk on July 11, 2011. According to the white paper that first outlined the new blockchain in 2013, it was originally intended to be the mechanism protecting Ethereum. But as Buterin pointed out in 2014, creating such a system was so non-trivial that some even believe it to be impossible. As a result, Ethereum began with a proof-of-work model before moving to a proof-of-stake method. How much do you need to invest now that Ethereum is steadily going to a proof-of-stake method? To become a validator, you'll need to put up 32 Ether, which is now worth 100,000 bucks. If you don't have that amount of spare change lying around, which not many people do, you can join a staking service where everyone serves as a validator at the same time. An algorithm chooses validators from a pool based on the amount of money they've locked up. So, if you're picked and your block is accepted by a committee of attesters, a group of validators chosen at random by an algorithm, you'll be given a newly minted Ether. Proponents of Ethereum argue that a significant advantage of proof of stake over proof of work is an economic incentive to follow the rules. Validators who validate erroneous transactions or blocks suffer slashing, which means they will lose all of their Ether. Proponents also believe that proof of stake is more secure than proof of work. To attack a proof of work chain, you'll need more than half of the network's computing power. On the other hand, proof of stake requires you to control more than half of the coins in the system. This is challenging, but not impossible to achieve, just like evidence of work. Aside from this transition, there will be additional upgrades. Following the merger of the blockchains, Ethereum will implement sharding, which will divide one Ethereum blockchain into 64 independent chains, all of which will be coordinated by the beacon chain. Shard chains will enable parallel processing, allowing the network to scale and serve far more users than it can now. Many people consider the addition of shard chains to be the final step in the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade, although this won't happen until 2023. Later, by completing transactions off-chain and transmitting the data back to the leading Ethereum network, a mechanism known as rollups will speed up transactions. Before all that happens, let's first discuss why Ethereum is switching. Last year, the market for NFTs rose to $44 billion. Ethereum, the blockchain network where most NFTs are bought and exchanged, received a lot of attention because of this. It also brought a lot of attention to something else: cryptocurrency mining's tremendous energy waste. There is no central gatekeeper such as a bank to validate transactions on a blockchain. Instead, the two most popular cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum, rely on a consensus process known as proof of work to keep a time-ordered log of transactions. Crypto miners are at the heart of it all, but unfortunately, decentralization has a steep price tag. That cost is processing power in the case of proof of work. Miners compete against one another to solve a challenging arithmetic problem in proof of work. Any miner who solves the challenge first gets newly minted coins to update the ledger by attaching a new block to the chain. This necessitates a massive amount of computational power and, as a result, electricity. Every year, Ethereum consumes 113 terawatt-hours of energy. That's the same amount of power as the Netherlands. A single Ethereum transaction can require more energy than a typical US home uses in a week. Unfortunately, the energy consumption of Bitcoin is even worse. The world is currently experiencing a power shortage, which is why China banned crypto mining last year. This is also why nations like Kosovo and Kazakhstan, where miners have dispersed, are being evicted and having their electricity cut off. These countries require electricity to run their industries and keep their homes warm. Unfortunately, proof of work wastes electricity and generates electronic garbage. In 1.5 years, specialized computer servers used for crypto mining typically become obsolete and end up in landfills. Other flaws in Ethereum's method include the fact that it is painfully sluggish, averaging 15 transactions per second. It also doesn't scale. In 2017, in the game CryptoKitties, participants who bred and sold cartoon cats created a transaction backlog on the network due to the slow speeds. With large amounts of money pouring into Web3, a futuristic model in which all apps run on decentralized blockchains, most of which are powered by Ethereum, makes now an opportune time for Ethereum to break free from proof-of-work mining, and that's the end goal. You have reached the halfway point of this video. Before continuing, had you heard about how proof-of-stake will function in Ethereum before you clicked on this video, or are you completely new to this? Whatever your answer is, rest assured that the second half of this video will have more to offer you. But first, please give us a thumbs up and turn on notifications to be notified of new uploads. Let's move forward. The discussion over proof-of-stake versus proof-of-work has remained chiefly technical. Cardano is a prominent leader in proof-of-stake, but the most critical initiatives have remained proof-of-work. However, Ethereum's intentions to switch from proof-of-work to proof-of-stake have brought this issue to the forefront. Ethereum's foray began in 2020 when the proof-of-stake beacon chain was established. So, given the advantages of proof-of-stake, why has it taken Ethereum so long to switch over? Another issue is the recent drop in cryptocurrency values, which has resulted in a significant increase in the amount of mining power committed to proof-of-work methods. The mining network is supported by transaction fees on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other popular proof-of-work platforms. Transaction costs have decreased as the value of the cryptocurrency has declined. However, even if the average transaction cost is reduced from $25 to $5, this can still represent a significant reduction in the number of minor decentralized financial transactions. In addition, if emerging markets like El Salvador adopt cryptocurrencies, fees will have to drop dramatically. El Salvador's gross domestic product per capita is approximately $11 per day. If Bitcoin becomes the de facto currency in that economy, user fees mustn't account for a significant amount of a worker's average daily salary. Furthermore, the hefty transaction fees associated with proof-of-work algorithms hinder Bitcoin adoption. Another extensively debated effect of proof-of-stake is the graphics card industry. The demand for graphics cards and cryptographic mining should decrease as Ethereum and other top crypto projects adopt proof-of-stake systems. This could be the final straw in the area's water scarcity. This is fantastic news for gamers. All of this is fraught with risk. The transition to proof-of-stake for Ethereum is a massive endeavor. On the Ethereum blockchain, thousands of intelligent contracts already exist, with billions of dollars in assets at stake. While staking is not as harmful to the environment as storing computers in warehouses, some argue that proof-of-stake is no more effective than proof-of-work in ensuring decentralization. Those that put the greatest amount of money on the line tend to win the most. Proof-of-stake hasn't been validated on the same scale as proof-of-work platforms. Bitcoin has existed for more than a decade. Proof-of-stake is used by a few other chains, including Algorand, Cardano, and Tezos. However, they are small projects compared to Ethereum. As a result, new weaknesses could emerge once the new system is widely deployed. Another concern as Ethereum switches to its new protocol is that a gang of angry miners would start their own chain. All intelligent contracts, coins, and NFTs on the current chain would automatically be duplicated on the split or copied chain. As we can all remember, way back in 2016, Ethereum developers did something similar when they rolled back the blockchain to eliminate a massive hack. Some community members were so angry that they continued to mine the original chain, resulting in two Ethereums, Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. If this happens again, the success of any rival version of Ethereum will be determined by the open market value of its coin. Ethereum must switch to proof-of-stake to avoid exacerbating Bitcoin's environmental problems. Will its new system deliver on all promises made regarding proof-of-stake? And more importantly, how decentralized will it be? What is the use of proof of anything if a public blockchain isn't decentralized? You could end up putting in a ton of effort, consuming enormous amounts of energy, or staking a bunch of coins for no other reason than to keep the illusion alive. That sums up our video for today. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to this channel to be notified of our new videos, and give us a thumbs up if you liked this video. Again, this is Modern Blockchain, and we're happy to share all the crypto information you need. See you in our next video!